Bonjour les étudiants and welcome to another French lesson. In today's French lesson, we will learn about the second group of verbs in French, and that is regular IR verbs. And that is regular IR ending verbs in French. How to conjugate any regular IR ending verbs in French. So let's start today's French session. Okay, so first we need a verb to conjugate, right? So let's take a regular IR ending verb, and that is finir verb. We will take finir verb. Finir verb means to finish. That means to finish. So now we are going to conjugate this IR ending verb in French. Okay. So as you all know that if we want to conjugate any verb in French, so first and foremost we write down the subject pronouns, right? So let's write the subject pronouns in French first. So what are subject pronouns in French? The first is je, tu, il, elle, on, and then in plural we have nous, vous, then il, and then the last is elle. So now we have written all the subject pronouns in French. Now what is the rule of conjugating regular IR ending verb? So first what we have to do, we just have to remove this R. We just have to remove this R from this infinitive. Now what we are left with? We left with this fini, right? We left with this fini, which we call a radical. What do we call? A radical. After removing the R, we left with fini, which we call a radical. So this radical we need to put in front of all the pronouns. We need to put it in front of all the pronouns. Let's put it. So here fini, here also I'll write fini, 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 here also fini, okay. So now I have put the radical in front of all the pronouns. Now what we have to do, we just have to add on certain endings with this radical. Okay, we have to add on certain endings with all these radicals. Now what are those endings? So the endings are this. Look at here. S, S, T, double S, O, N, S, double S, E, Z, double S, E, N, T, and also double S, E, N, T. So these endings I have to add on with this radical. Okay, with all these radicals we have to add on these endings according to the subject pronoun. Like with je we will put S, with tu we would put again S, with il and elle we will put T, with on also we will put T, with nous we will put double S, O, N, S, double S, O, N, S, with vous we will put double S, E, Z, with il and elle we will put double S, E, N, T, here also double S, E, N, T. So this is the conjugation of regular IR ending verb in French. So let's recall once again what we have done. First, what you need to do, you just need to remove this R from the infinitive, and then you have to add on these endings with all the radicals. So now let's pronounce this verb, that is finir verb. Okay, je finis, that means I finish, tu finis, you finish, il finit, he finishes, elle finit, she finishes, on finit means one finishes or we finish. Then nous finissons, that means we finish, vous finissez, you finish, ils finissent, elles finissent, that means they finish. So this is the conjugation of regular IR ending verb in French. By following this rule, you can easily conjugate any regular IR ending verb in French. Now let's learn about some of the commonly used IR verbs in French. So let's start with finir. Finir means to finish. Then choisir. Choisir, to choose. Then next is punir. Punir, to punish. Then remplir. Remplir, to fill. Then réussir. Réussir, that means to succeed. And then bâtir. Bâtir, that means to build. And next is obéir. Obéir, that means to obey. Next is investir, to invest. Établir. Établir means to establish. Then we have agir. Agir, to act. Then we have accomplir. Accomplir, to accomplish. Then we have abolir. Abolir, to abolish. Then envahir. Envahir, to invade. And the last we have grandir. Grandir, that means to grow. Now your written task is to conjugate all these regular IR ending verbs in your notebook. Punir, choisir and agir.